Next, let's see identifiers. In Python, the identifier is just a name either given to a class, a function, method, or even module or a variable. So this is called identifier. So it is just a name given in Python program. So whenever we use a any programming language, so there are some set of rules for identifiers. So today let's see all set of rules for identifiers in Python with examples. So the first rule is using alphabet symbols, or we can say only allowed characters in Python are alphabet symbols, either lowercase letter or uppercase letter, or a digit from 0 to 9 and underscore symbol. So these are the only allowed characters. I'm using Linux shell here. So let's start with the first rule. So here we need to type Python 3 so that we can start a Python terminal. Then according to the rule, we can use only alphabet symbols, either lowercase or uppercase. So I can use this variable abcd equals to 10. So this is valid, or abcd equals to 10. This is also valid. But if by mistake we use any variable name with any special symbol, then that variable is not valid and it is going to give you an error, that is syntax error. So special symbols are not allowed with identifiers, or even we cannot start a variable with its integer as a starting point. So again syntax error is there. So we cannot use a digits as a start of any variable, but we can use integers after a variable, that is a character or character names. So this is valid one. So again the case sensitivity, if we say total equals to 10 and capital T OTAL equals to 10, then these both are the different. So Python language is a case sensitive language. Next, we can use underscore, like let's say total underscore add equals to 100. This is also a valid one. Even we can start our variable with underscore also. So this is also a valid variable. Then next, apart from all this combination, we cannot use any reserved word as a identifier. For example, if is a reserved word, we cannot use this if for assigning the values. So this is again a syntax error. So this is the limitations of Python related to identifiers, or we can say the rules of identifiers in Python. So remember all these rules. Apart from this, the points you should remember is related to underscore. So those points are, we can use even multiple underscores with our variable. So let's see the cases related to underscore symbol. So if identifier start with underscore symbol, then it is indicated that this is a private one. So we can say this variable is private one. Then if the variable starts with double underscore, or we can say two underscore symbols, so it indicates that it is strongly private, and you will see lots of variable names which will start with double underscore, any name of variable, and then ends with again double underscore. So these are also a valid one. So if you try to access these types of variables, let's say I'm using this name, so the value of this name is 200. But again, remember one important point here, this double underscore name double underscore is a name which is used in Python. So again, don't accidentally try to use these kinds of variables. Again, one more point to remember is if the identifier starts and means the ends with two underscore symbol, then that identifier is language defined special name. So this is what I'm trying to explain you. The identifier is a language defined special name, which is also known as a magic method. So remember all these examples. So all your doubts might get cleared about the rules related to Python identifiers. Again, after the variable declaration, if your variable having multiple words in it, like this variable, my variable name equals to, let's say, any name, then this is hard to read and even remember my variable name. So to solve this problem of multi-word variable, there are different cases like camel case, Pascal case, and a snake case. So let's see the example of all these three. So camel case is having this kind of syntax. So each word is having first letter as a capital except the first one. So this is how the syntax is: variable name equals to our value. So here any value will be there. So this is called camel case. Pascal case is the syntax where each word is having its variable with each character as capital. The first letter is capital. So this is the value. So this is called Pascal case. Then snake case. So this snake case is simple one which includes only underscore in its all variable, or we can say word separated with underscore. So this is the example of snake case. So remember, to solve multi-word variable declaration problem in Python using these kinds of valid cases. Then apart from all these rules and the cases we are using right now, remember the space is not allowed in variable name. So it will cause an error. So this is syntax error where you cannot use a blank space with any variable name declaration. So this is again one more important point to remember. Now let's do a perfect example and let's explain how name errors may give you multiple times problem. So everyday programmer makes mistake about the names, and most mistakes are related to names. So I'm using a message variable and I'm saying a good morning message. So we created a variable msg. If I'm trying to access this variable as a ms only, so it is going to give you a name error, that is ms is not defined. So always remember this kind of error, so that definitely the name ms is not there which you are trying to access. So simply use proper names so that you can avoid the name errors while using the variable. Not only with the variable, it may occur even with your class, function, or methods anywhere. So this is a just common mistake a beginners should remember.